Hi pre-K, are you ready for another experiment? Today we're going to answer the question, how do animals stay warm in the winter? Okay, I'm going to be talking about specific animals. I'm going to be talking about animals like whales and polar bears or penguins. These kinds of animals live where it's very, very cold. They're often called Arctic animals. Can you say that word? Arctic. The Arctic is the North Pole. It's very, very cold up in the North Pole. And these animals have a special kind of insulation to keep them warm. You can think of insulation as your coat. When you go outside in the winter, you put on a coat and it keeps you warm. Animals don't have coats, but what they do have is called blubber. That's a funny word, isn't it? Can you say blubber? Blubber, two beats. So blubber is a really thick layer of fat. Some animals have blubber that's just an inch thick, small. Some animals have blubber that's over a foot thick. Miss Tina has her measuring tape here. I just want to show you what that looks like. So an inch on my measuring tape is this one. So some animals have fat or blubber that's just about that thick. Some animals have blubber that's thicker and thicker and thicker, over a foot thick. Some animals have that much blubber on them to keep them warm. That's a lot of insulation. So we're going to do an experiment today to show you how blubber works on these animals. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Okay, are you ready? So our materials, what we're going to need. I have 2 glasses. I have some ice and water. And I have Crisco. This is the shortening. So you can see mine is just a block. It's a rectangle. And I'm going to observe it, and I can tell you it looks white. And if I touch it, it is thick and slippery, and doesn't really smell like anything. You can actually taste this. It doesn't taste like anything either. So we use this as a fat in pie crusts, or if you want to fry some chicken, that sometimes your adults will use Crisco to do that in. So we got our Crisco, we've got our glasses, we've got our ice, and we've got our water. So what we're going to do is put the same amount of ice cubes in each jar. We want them to be equal because we want the temperature in the water to kind of be very, very similar. So I'm going to count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I have 10 cubes in my jars, and now I'm going to fill them with water, okay? So there it goes. I'm going to fill it all the way almost to the top, and then I'm going to do this and fill the second one. So I have my 2 jars filled with 10 cubes and ice water. Now you're going to take your Crisco and you are going to rub it on your finger. Now for those kiddos who have sensory problems and they don't like sticky things touching them, this is where the baggie comes in. You can put a baggie, their hand in there, and you can put the Crisco like that on their fingers, okay? So we're gonna take the Crisco and I'm gonna push it all over my finger so it's all covered, okay? And this is going to be like our blubber, just like the whales and the polar bears have their fat we're going to put this on our finger. So there's that thick and that slimy feeling, friends. It feels kind of soft. A little bit of like Play-Doh almost. There we go. So there's my finger covered. One more thing that you're going to need that I forgot to tell you is a stopwatch. So you can use your phone. Miss Tina's hand's dirty. Hold up. A towel would be a good thing to have too. All right, so my phone has a stopwatch on it. So I'm going to have my stopwatch. And I'm going to put my finger in the ice water. But I'm also going to put a finger that doesn't have any Crisco or blubber on it. I want to see how long I can keep my fingers in the ice water. Do you think you'll be able to keep one finger in longer than the other? Do you think maybe that this one will be able to stay in longer because it's got the blubber around it? This one does not. Let's see. All right, so I'm about to start my timer. And here I go. I'm gonna put my fingers in. Oh my goodness! Friends, this is so neat. I can't even tell that my blubber finger is in the water. I don't feel it at all. But this one is cold. I have to take this one out. Oh, that was 20 seconds I lasted. But this one, I can just keep in there. I don't even feel the cold water, friends. That must be how blubber works. I can still keep it in. It's been 36 seconds and I still don't feel the ice water. I bet you I could keep this in here for almost a minute. That's pretty cool. All right, so 20 seconds was how long I lasted without my blubber. Let's try something else now. And I'm gonna empty out my ice and I'm gonna fill it up with warm water instead. Okay, so now I'm back with warm water. I just filled it from the sink. Now, do you think it's going to be different this time? Do you think I'll be able to keep my finger without the blubber in any longer than 20 seconds? Let's see. Well, that feels a lot better. Now, I think I can keep my finger in this for a very long time. And again, my blubber finger, I can't even feel the temperature difference. I can feel that this is warm, but I can't feel that this is warm. I wonder why. Do you think it's because my finger is still covered in blubber or Crisco? So the Crisco, remember, acts not only as an insulator, but it also prevents me from even feeling a temperature difference in the water. It coats my finger that well. And that's how the animals stay warm in the winter, because of their blubber. They can't even tell when the water is cold. They can't even tell when the water is warm. It covers it so well and it keeps them protected. It's been longer than 20 seconds, friend. Yep, I could still keep it in there and that's no problem. So warm water is definitely better for us. But I guess it really doesn't make a difference for our animals that live in the North Pole. They could have it cold or warm, but as long as they have their blubber, they're going to stay warm. That's a pretty cool experiment, huh? All right, friends, let's see if you can answer my questions that I've posted in your portfolio. I hope you had fun with this. I'll talk to you later. Bye.